The chapter begins with Jinwoo turning the ice bears into part of his army, while outside the portal 3 hours have already passed, which means that 3 days have passed inside the portal, so Wang leaves believing that the protagonist is dead, but at that moment he remembers that Jinwoo is not part of Baek's company, so he tries to interrogate the recruiter, which Baek will not allow, starting a fight of S-rank monsters until Jeonchil appears to stop the fight, telling Wang that the protagonist is still an E-rank, which he does not believe, retiring shortly after. Inside the portal, squad leader Kim barely managed to survive the Ice Elves' attack when he realizes that the weak E-rank team managed to defeat the Ice Bears, and they are eating very calmly. He becomes very angry, believing that he lost the fight because they took away all his food rations. So he tries to attack them, but Jinwoo. He quickly stops him and realizes that Kim was just a bait for the Ice Elves. Immediately the protagonist defeats one of them and faces the boss, who, seeing Jin's level and having a great numerical advantage, asks him the heads of his friends in exchange of his life. However, Jin rejects the proposal. He does not feel at a disadvantage, taking out his army of shadows to start the battle, in which the protagonist realizes that the elves regenerate faster than his shadows and their boss called Baruka. It is much stronger than him, and little by little it is running out of energy. Then, after a brief fight with Baruka, he manages to distract him to plan his next strategy, in which Kim appears just at that moment with a desire for revenge, giving him the idea of killing the A-rank hunter to use him like a shadow, calling him hero, starting a new fight in which little by little he begins to damage him with the help of Igris and Iron, until in a moment of Baruka's fury, Jinwoo uses his stealth ability to give him a fatal blow, with which manages to defeat him, opening the portal back home, but first tries to turn Baruka into a shadow without having much success. While outside, they lose hope that anyone will survive, since a week has passed until the lower ranking hunters appear. Surprising Baek immediately asks Jinwoo about Leader Baek and the other high-ranking hunters. However, the protagonist refuses to answer his question with a threatening look, realizing at that moment that he is not a simple E-rank hunter, telling the recruiter to try to recruit Jinwoo at any cost. The next day, the protagonist meets with Jinho and the girl named Hang in search of a new portal.